everyone, this is Anastasia Gores here from PilatesBridge.com, and today I'm here with Erin Myers from the Spiral Spine, and we've talked to Erin a couple of times before. I wrote a review about her wonderful book. So if you don't know Erin, she is a wonderful educator who specializes in scoliosis. So she wrote a book analyzing scoliosis, her recent ones that she published last year. So it's like, I think, close to a year old now, right?
Yep, it came out in January of last year.
Yeah, oh, perfect. Yeah, happy 1 year anniversary.
Thanks.
And Erin also has several workshops on scoliosis published through Balanced Body, through Fusion Pilates, EDU. She has other books for just the people who have scoliosis, not so much of the practitioners. So if you have questions about scoliosis, whether it's just for you, for your clients, for anybody around you, she's the person to go to. So today we have something really special planned for you, because it's one thing to read about scoli, and it's another thing to actually see it in person and know what to do about it. So I will let Erin introduce herself a little bit more in just a second, but to give you a sneak peek, what we're going to be doing here today, Erin's going to show us how to analyze in real life and what to do with our two scoliosis patients. So, and they're very special patients because first of all, these are my daughters. First of all, these are my daughters. Second of all, they both have scoliosis, slightly different degree, and they're both identical twins. So if you like to geek out on anatomy stuff and Pilates stuff, that's going to be a great thing for you to watch right now. So I'll let Erin introduce herself just a little bit, just to kind of give us a little snapshot of what she's up to, and then we'll get right to it.
I am an anatomy and scoliosis nerd. I never planned on specializing in scoliosis. Slowly, people just started coming to me that had scoli, and through my anatomical knowledge, I was able to decrease curvature in a bunch of kids. I have scoliosis myself, diagnosed at age 14. I danced with the Radio City Rockettes, and from there became Pilates instructor at the Kane School of Core Integration. From there, I opened a studio, and that's when people started coming to me that had scoliosis. So after that, one of the moms of the kids who had scoli said, "Oh my gosh, what else can I do to help you so you can help my daughter?" And I said, "I want research." So she gave me a zip file with over 200 pieces of research that had the word scoliosis in it, and that was over 10 years ago. I spent the next 10 years just sifting through it all, practicing on it myself, practicing on all my clients, and it's been really cool. The last book that I wrote, Analyzing Scoliosis, is the result of all of that. So I now have a studio in Nashville, Tennessee called Spiral Spine Pilates Studio, and I have clients from little itty bitty kids to old ladies to people that have had spinal fusions and everything in between. Super big passion of mine. I love it. I'm a Pilates teacher trainer for Balanced Body. I'm also a gyrotonic instructor, and I'm excited to work with your daughters today.
Yay! Hey, so let's welcome in the models. Go on in.
Hi, girls.
Hi.
How old are you guys?
11.
That's awesome. I have two boys. They're 9 and 10, so they're about your age. Okay, so what are your names? Because I'm going to write your names on these pieces of paper, and then I'm going to draw out your bodies so we can figure out what's going on. All right, who wants to go first? Yeah, what is it?
My name is Scarlett.
Do you like pink, orange, or purple?
None.
How about brown or gray?
None.
That's not helpful. I don't have any other. Oh,
Green.
I have I don't have green. I have raspberry.
Well, you like raspberry.
Oh.
Raspberry.
Okay, we'll do raspberry. Okay, Scarlett in raspberry.
Yes.
Okay, and then what's your name?
Luana.
Okay, so Mom sent me some really cool pictures of your backs earlier. So, and it's gonna be like this. And you got sticks for hair, but your hair looks much better than that. Okay? But if I just have to do that so I know it's the back of your head, otherwise I would draw a smiley face if it was the front of your head. Okay, so doing these dot stickers are just really, really beneficial to tell us what's going on with the body. Okay, I think this is what's going on. And then, I drew it too big, so you have like really short legs. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay. And then I gotta write your name at the top. All right, so is this look a little bit more like what we're dealing with?
Yeah, because that little rotation and the hip is up and all that.
Kind of, sort of?
Yeah, that looks, looks
Okay, okay. I didn't see from the bending forward picture, I could look back again. Is there a thoracic rotation? I know that there's uneven scapular stuff.
Yeah, well, let's check her out. Yeah. Could you please get up and we'll see if, okay.
All right, so turn around and you're gonna start going chin to chest like you're going to touch your toes. You might have to bring the screen up just a little bit higher.
Well, so, but not.
No, you're totally fine, yeah.
Yeah, let's drop her in here. Let's see.
Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, so go from straight behind. Can you go, yeah, go from like her sacrum angle, right behind her. Yeah, and then roll down that way. Good, Vlada, roll up a little bit higher.
So up.
Up.
Keep going up.
Oh, keep straight forward, yeah. Yeah, so hold on right there. So what I don't see, I mean, if it is, it's so minute, is the right side. I don't see the rotation, the rib cage where the right side's higher. Is that there?
It's just a teeny bit. I can see her spine. So if I follow with my finger, can you?
Yep.
Just kind of deviates here. And then this way. So this side is just barely, I mean, it's barely noticeable that's even higher.
If you measured it with the scoliometer, which measures rib cage rotation, I'm going to pull it up on my phone. So this is, oh, that's too bright. There we go. This is a scoliometer. And it measures side-to-side rib cage rotation. And the rib cage rotation, Vlada, you can come up. Thank you. You were very patiently waiting there. Using the scoliometer is really helpful because a curve will almost always, a rib cage or a spine, a vertebra will almost always rotate into the curve of the concave side. So if it was just so minute, I couldn't visibly see with certainty that the right side was higher.
Yeah, it's just
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
I was hoping that would be the case, because if that wasn't the case, I would have a little bit of a red flag. But, okay, your eyes can tell. So this is Vlada with a purple marker. Okay, I think it matches more of what I saw when Vlada stood up. Okay, now we have our pictures straight. Let's see you, Scarlett. Let's go back to the outer space pants.
Okay, let me pull up the right image.
Okay.
We're gonna stop.
You know what? I can probably copy from Vlada's, the first one I made for Vlada, which was actually Scarlett's. Okay, yeah. Okay. So here.
Okay, see the pants, right? The cats in space pants.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna write a note on here. Scarlett is the outer space pants. Outer space pants. It's like SpongeBob SquarePants. Can you tell I have boys? A mom of boys. Okay. Okay. But Scarlett does not have a leg length discrepancy.
Not that we were told or found or anything.
Yeah, love it. Okay, so now this is what I want to know about. This is the one. Is there rib cage rotation at the apex of the thoracic curve?
There, Scarlett, come on, let's go down and let's take a look at you. Yeah, let me stop the share of this so that we can see the screen.
Okay.
Okay, Scarlett. Okay, 1 second, buddy. Okay, now,
All right,
so, like you're trying to touch the floor. All right, so we can see.
Yes. I see the
like
lap.
here's this side, there's kind of like a rotation.
Rotation. Yeah. So it's rotating into the concave, which is the right side, which means the left side is coming higher.
Yep.
Cool. And now what about when
Coming up, Scarlett, so I can no, don't straighten your back, just stay around it. Here you go, but you just start coming up, like you're lifting, keep going.
is there rotation here?
No, I'm not seeing any.
Okay. So that's what I didn't see it in the picture, but I also, but I didn't understand why the scaps were off, unless we're dealing with two totally different situations here.
All right, Scarlett, let's come on up, all the way up. So her scapula is on it. How well can you see my, Vlad, can you come over here, please, buddy? Hey, stand in front of Scarlett. Turn around. Use your hands, place them on the tips of her scapular so we can see. So come over here.
Scapular?
I just need your hand. One.
It's so good. Girls are learning about anatomy.
Okay.
Yep.
So here we go.
Yeah, in the picture, they looked off.
Yeah, I think maybe she was just standing like that, or maybe, yeah. This one's, they look, maybe this one is a little bit lower.
A little bit?
A right one. I'm trying.
Yeah. So because they were, because I could see in the picture they were a little off, that made me wonder if there was also rotation, and the rotation is what made the scapulas off.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's usually rotation that makes that happen. So that's where a scoliometer comes really, really in handy to measure that. But that's cool. Don't worry about it. Vlada, your hands are beautiful. Thank you for your sister's scapulas. Okay, so first thing first is I got to make sure that we have, all right, so with Scarlett, is this what we kind of see for Scarlett's body?
Rotating and Scarlett, come on, stand up. Let's see. Yeah.
So lower left back is further back in space. Lower right back is further forward in space.
Yep.
And we don't know about thoracic. My guess is there's a tiny little bit of rotation where the right rib cage is a little bit further back in space, but I don't know because I'm not there and I can't put my hands on her back.
Yeah, this her right shoulder blade is sticking out a little bit more than the other one, and the right shoulder is a little lower.
Okay.
This one.
So I'm not gonna write it in stone. I'm gonna write it in black pen, new colors. My guess is we have this going on as well. I wrote it in black pen. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay, yeah, we can see it.
So every time we get a new curve, we usually switch directions of rotation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So my guess is that's what's happening. But the cool thing is, because your curves are so minor right now, which is awesome, we can see which is the major one. And whenever we deal with scoliosis, we want to deal with the major one first. So Scarlett, when you touch your low back, Which side's bigger, right or left? I don't know.
Turn around with you.
I'm thinking it's the left side.
This one's sticking out more.
Yes. So that is the, and I got something in my throat. That is the convex side of your curve. So it's this side of your curve. And so I'm going to make a picture. I like to draw. So that's the side that gets really overworked. Okay? It's also the side that's furthest out when you rotate. So when we work with you, we're going to have a pad that goes right here to encourage that side to go in. And we are going to do an exercise to strengthen the other side. Okay?
Sounds good.
So that's, I'm gonna have to get another color. So this is, ooh, my purple just went out on me.
Yeah.
We're gonna do, this is where your pad goes. Right on the side that's bigger. Okay? And then we're gonna work this side. I'm gonna write in another color. I'm gonna write, we'll do orange. And then I'm gonna write work.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so we know where Scarlett's pad goes, and we're gonna have to mess around with Mom. You're gonna have to help me figure out, is this Scarlett's only pad, or do we have to balance her out by putting a pad here and also putting a pad here? I don't know.
Okay, we'll take a look.
Okay. So I'm gonna put a question mark and a question mark. Scoli gets to be super, super complicated, and so I find question mark if we do a pad, but for sure we want one there. I find that if we just keep writing it down on a piece of paper, we'll remember, because we'll be like, oh, where does the pad go? Which is the convex side? Gotta write it down. Okay, so now with Vlada's padding, and in the picture, Vlada had the tropical pants.
Yep.
Tropical pants. So on this one, we have to figure out, where does Vlada's pad go? So Vlada's pad, because right now it's most likely, at least one piece of the story is a leg. The pad is gonna go here to push the pelvis up. Because then when you do that, the spine theoretically should be in my pictures. The spine theoretically should straighten out if the pelvis straightens out. But we're gonna have to figure that out. Some clients like to pad, they still like to pad in their scoli, even though we'll deal with the leg thing, it's still affecting their spine and they wanna deal with their spine. So if that's the case, let's see, upper right, lower left. So hold on, rotating, having a brain fart here. Can you go back to Vlada's pictures one more time? I just want to, I think it's pad lower left, but I think it's like thoracolumbar left.
This and then.
Yeah.
1 second.
No, that's tropical pants. Yeah. Yes. So it's thoracolumbar. So her curve is a little bit higher. And if you see, she barely has rotation. I mean, so minor. If you wanted to pad when you work out, you would put it at the apex, exactly right where the cursor is. Like maybe even a little bit lower, right about there is where the pad would go if you wanted to pad.
Okay.
But since it doesn't look like that's the major part of what's causing the scoli, it would be questionable if even you wanted to mess around with that.
Okay.
Okay, so I vote, Vlad's is a little bit more straightforward because usually we're just dealing with down here. But let's, so girls, I want you, what I do at my studio is all of the kiddos that come to my studio, they're in charge of remembering where all their pads go.
Okay.
Because,
Come over here.
all right, Scarlett, yours is gonna go on the low left. Okay.
Yep, right there.
Yep. Right where the bigger muscles are, even though I know you might not be able to feel them, Mom can, because she's really good at working with bodies. And then Vlada, you're gonna, when you're standing up, yours is gonna go under your foot, and we're gonna mess around with if we want to do it in like the middle part of the left side of your back.
It's gonna go under your left foot. Okay.
I know, it's kind of funny. So Vlada, this might be something for you that you can do with Mom. Mom, have you guys messed around with doing like any kind of like an insole inside the shoe?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Because
So, yeah, no, I get it. So that's something that you might be able to do. My suggestion would be go to CVS or whatever drugstore is near you, get a cheap pair of Dr. Scholl's and throw away the right one.
Okay.
And just
See
how it makes your spine feel and look, and it should fix most of it, is my guess, if in fact the scoliosis is strictly stemming from a leg length discrepancy.
Okay, that is Vlada.
Because we have cool identical twins, I don't know if that's the only case. Is that the only situation we're dealing with? We'll see. Okay, so Scarlett, let's play around with your pad.
Right.
And actually, Vlada, why don't you play around with the pad on your back and let's see how it looks on your back.
Yeah, let me.
It's one thing to do the dot stickers and then to draw out the diagram and to know kind of like theoretically where you want the pads. It's a whole other thing when we get down there and you guys are like, this hurts, or I don't like how this feels. That's a whole other situation, right?
Okay, let's see. We're repositioning, so we're a little bit more of a like this. Okay, Scarlett.
Yeah, okay.
That way we can see. And right over here on the floor on your back.
All right.
On your back. That's not your back.
I love it. Okay, so Mom, what do you have for pads?
All right, so wait. Okay, bend your knees and move a little bit closer. I'm just trying to get you in the focus here. Okay, we have some thin sticky pads. We have washcloth.
Cool.
So we can use any of those. Right now.
Any of them are fine. Let's try that first. Yeah.
Right.
So it can be, once it gets squished down, maybe like an inch thick. Let's see what that looks like.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, sticky pads.
Yeah.
I think we'll need a few of those stacked on top of each other. Nice. That's gonna be, yeah, too thin, too thin. We need like thicker.
Let's see what this will be.
What do you think? How when you squish it together, how thick does it feel?
I mean, it feels.
Let's do. Can you go even thicker?
I can. Yeah. If I.
You might have to add a hand towel to that. Something to actually. So the goal of the pad is to force the spine and the muscle area. Yeah, let's try that. To actually de-rotate. Let's try it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Which side?
Yeah, good remembering.
Okay. Arms down by your side so we can see you.
All right. First off, Scarlett, how does it feel? Weird?
Comfortable?
Ooh, that's good. All right. Mom, how does it look? How does the pelvis look? How does the rib cage look?
Her left hip is sticking up a little bit. It's coming up a little bit.
So can you rotate the pad 90 degrees so it's not taking up so it's not so long?
Mm-hmm.
So see if it can go above her ilium.
Yeah, it is above. It's kind of right where her waist is.
Okay.
Just keep your legs here. I can't see you.
You're a wiggle worm, Scarlett.
There we go. How does this feel? A little as before. Okay. Your hips are looking better though.
So, Mom, you're going to have to decide if it looks best just with one or if it also looks good to put a pad under her right bum cheek, and that can help level out the pelvis.
All right. So,
And it doesn't have to be as big.
yeah.
Try it. Yeah. See what happens. You might have to fold that in half. We'll see.
And now her hips are looking nice and even.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to have a compensatory pad from the major one to just help derotate. Okay. So Scarlett, where the pad is not in your low back, I'm not going to ask a big favor. I need you to think about breathing there. I know it's a really weird thing for me to ask.
I'm going to sit over here. Okay.
And it's, so if Mom puts her hand under your low back, with your breath and your strong muscles, I want to see if you can squish Mom's hand.
No, don't push your hips up, just with your breath.
That's really hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, you're doing better when you're laughing.
I love it. So you got to remember where your pads go, and then where your pads are not, that's where you try to breathe and go down into the ground.
Yep.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, she's getting it. I can feel it activating there.
Yep. So sometimes it's really important, especially with kiddos, that you put your hand in the concave area to just awaken neurologically the muscle tissue and just proprioceptively tell them where they need to breathe.
Okay. So keep breathing.
Okay. How does rib cage look? I don't think we probably need a pad on the upper part.
Good. It's even.
Good. All right, Scarlett. So now we know where your pads go, and I'm gonna update your cool diagram sketch that I have written for you. And now, Mom, can you do the same thing for Vlada?
Okay. Coming up.
All right. So now you know where your pads are, and now we gotta check Vlada's pads.
Okay. Come on down.
No, should I go tell her under you?
Not yet. Well, yeah. Go tell them to change. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Straighten up. Keep your legs in place.
All right. Vlada, do you remember where we thought about your pad, where it should go?
On the left leg.
Under your
Yeah, under your foot.
Yeah, where's your left foot?
How do the knees look, Mom? If you stood from behind, or at her head or at her toes, and you looked, how level does it look?
Let's see. Now they're looking level. Let's start. Can you see? We can.
Yep. Looks pretty level to my eyes. Oh, snash.
There we go. There we go. So, and then if we take this out, we shall see that it's a little looky, but
exactly.
tilted.
Yep. So isn't that cool? You guys are identical twins and your scoli's different. That's like the coolest thing ever.
That's right. Here we go. Even it up.
So now we know. So even though you guys are identical twins and you both have scoli, your padding is different because your scoli is coming from two different places. So when the pad is under the foot, Mom, how does the back and the pelvis all look?
Her right side is lifting up some.
Right side's lifting up some. Well, and
her lower back.
Yep. We deemed that if we were going to pad the back, it would be like mid-left.
Yeah, over here. Yeah, give me this.
So let's try to pad the foot and the back and see what happens.
Now we're feeling more even under her waist.
Okay, so that's so cool. So you guys have 2 different set of pads. So do you guys ever work out with mom or do dance or anything like that?
Me and Vlada do martial arts.
Whoa, cool. Do you guys do any of your martial arts stuff? Is it laying down? Like, do you do warm-ups or exercises on your back ever? I don't know if you do.
Like sit-ups and things.
Yeah. So if you did anything that you do for exercises, like your sit-ups and stuff, put your pad under your back. And it's not like you have to carry these pads in your backpack. Whenever I'm out and I need something for my scoli, I just grab whatever's around me. A towel, a sweatshirt. You just have to remember where your pad goes. If you put it in the wrong place, it's not going to hurt you, but it's not going to help you either. Kind of, sort of? Okay. So I think for Vlada, you know what? For Vlada, I want you to do glute muscle testing for both girls real quick. Can we do that? Okay. So because both of them affects pelvis, I want to check glute strength real quick and then give Scarlett 1 low back exercise. And then I think we should be good. Okay? Okay. So you're going to have, and you can do this for both girls. Obviously, you can't do 2 hands at once. You're gonna lay, girls, you're gonna lay on your side, bend your knees. We sometimes call this like a clam position. Yeah, just like that. Mom, you're gonna come in front of the knee, in front of the knees. Okay, girls, open your clam up so your knee opens up. Yeah, but you need to be in front of the knees. So you're gonna be, yeah, just like that. Okay. All right, so girls, get your hips totally stacked up. No cheating and rolling back. All right, mom, you're gonna be on top of the top knee like this with your hands and have enough pressure. So it's gonna be a Hercules battle. Mom's gonna push down with all of her strength, and then Vlada's gonna push up with all of her strength, and we're gonna see what happens, okay? 1, 2, 3, go! Push! Oh! And relax. Okay, so mom, you remember how much strength you did with that. Okay, Vlada, flip to the other side so mom can do your other leg. Okay, and so the goal is I want you guys to both do the same pressure, be in the same position so we can see if there's muscle discrepancy. 1, 2, 3, go!
All right, yeah, this side is way stronger.
Okay, so we have homework for Vlada. Okay, so your left leg was your strong leg, right? Mm-hmm. And your right butt cheek was a little sleepy?
Yep.
Okay, so we need, all right, so this is Vlada's. Mm-hmm. So the shorter leg, my guess is this is the leg that you stand on a lot.
Do you stand on this one more?
You might not even know.
You don't know, okay.
Yes.
And then my guess is the right leg, which is your little longer leg right now. My guess is you bend it or you put it out to the side and you don't stand on it.
Yes, kind of to the side, to the back, something.
That's my guess. And your body's super smart, and it's just, that's how it's figuring out how to make your legs the same. But then your right butt cheek gets to be a little sleepy because you don't use it as much. So mom knows a ton of exercises to strengthen the right butt cheek, and even doing those clam exercises. And we just want to have both butt cheeks be same strength. Otherwise, sometimes you can get back problems and other stuff. Okay, Vlada. You're a rock star, and you are good to go, Miss Tropical Pants.
Okay, you can go.
Okay, all right, Scarlett, are you ready to do your Hercules butt test? You're like, Erin, you're crazy. Okay, ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3, go! and see what we see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go! And relax. What'd you find, Mom?
Her left side is her weak one.
Ooh, interesting.
Opposite of Vlada.
Exactly. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? So, okay, so we need to work that butt cheek, and then we need to work this part of your low back so it makes like an X.
Okay.
Okay, so Mom knows super cool butt exercises, and they're going to be different, a different side from your sister, which is like the coolest identical twin thing ever, because that's totally not identical.
No, we're not.
Okay, so, all right, Scarlett, which side of your low back do we need to work?
Which side do we need to work?
Left.
Hmm?
The low back.
Yeah.
Which one was stronger?
Where's the pad, or where does the pad go?
Pad goes left, which means we work the other side.
Right side needs to be strengthened. This one works all the time. This one doesn't get to work. Kind of.
Is a little sleepy sometimes. So this is what I'm gonna have you do. Last thing, I promise, okay, Scarlett? So you're gonna find your spine, you're gonna come off your spine, and you'll feel kind of like a little rope over here, okay? I'll pull my shirt up and so you can see it a little bit better. All right, so we have the spine, and then we're gonna go off to the side. You're gonna get as tall as you can, and you're gonna lean to the side and lift your leg up. You can totally hold on to something, and you should feel these muscles get to be like a more taut rope, like a thicker rope.
I'm gonna hold it up. So
Yeah.
Okay, turn around.
Hold on to something so you don't fall over. All right, bring your hand a little lower. A little, yeah, right there. So make sure you're not on your spine and you're to the right of your spine. And now you're gonna lean to the left. You might have to hold on to something. Maybe you can hold on to your sister. Do you feel those right muscles working in your low right back?
Yes.
Cool. I know you're falling over now.
All right.
And your leg doesn't have to go up that high, but it can. So all I want you to do is go to the side just enough that you feel the right side work.
Got it?
Yeah.
That's homework. And there's other muscles there, but think of them as just for remembering the multifidus muscles are what need to work. And Mom can give you more muscles, more exercises to work for that. All right, Miss Outer Space Pants. Thanks for letting me see your back.
Wow, thank you for helping us decipher scoli.
Is it martial arts time?
Yeah.
I love it. Hi, girls.
Well, go get it. You can say bye.
You got a house of martial arts kiddos. Bye, girls.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So anyways, this just shows you don't have to be in the same place with someone. I didn't even get my hands on your girls' backs, and we were able to figure out where pads go and figure out, hi, sweet girls, and figure out the basic muscles of what needs to be worked and what needs to get strengthened. And that gives so much power into families' hands.
Yes, it's true. Like, it's gonna be so helpful. And then I think, like, if anybody who's watching this video, if you guys need help from Erin, like with some of the particular cases, you can reach out to her through her website, and I'm gonna leave a link over there so that you can have like a Skype session. We're having a Zoom session right now, and that way you can really work, because to me it was really helpful, even for me as a Pilates instructor, to see what Erin brings in from her experience, what she sees in their body, because that the padding and all that stuff, it does get a little kind of tricky over there. Just, you know, your mind starts going in its own spiral.
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, I do online sessions with people. You can come to my studio. I do workshops around the world. We started doing last year something called Scoliosis Intensive, which is 2 days, a Friday and a Saturday at my studio. And it's for both Pilates practitioners and also for those with scoli. So sometimes we have like pairs that come, sometimes it's just Pilates practitioners that come who want hands-on experience, because all my staff teach it with me. And so there's lots of hands, it's lots of shadowing. So, and sometimes people don't have Pilates instructors and they just come without them. So there's lots of scoli bodies to learn on. So go to spiralspine.com and you can see all things spiral spine.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Erin.
You're welcome. Have a good time at martial arts tonight.
Yes, will do. Well, it will help them with their kicking. Their back.
Keep them strong. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Erin.